Get out. Get out of here. My first guest tonight is a terrific stand-up comedian. I've always wanted him to be a guest here. He's always said no, but he's a little bit drunk, so I think we're going to be okay tonight. The longtime host of The Tonight Show on NBC, Jay Leno, everybody. Jay Leno. Don't need them.
Throw the notes away.
You look good. Hang on, you get some fluff there. A bit of fluff. Does it feel weird to be sitting there and I'm sitting here?
No, not really, because because you're a comic and it's easy when it's comics. You do interviews.
You see the monologue tonight? Because I think I got my union card taken away.
Well, we all have our nights. Yeah. Did you ever have to get a union card
to be a comedian?
Yeah.
No. Do you have to?
When I started, I was told I had to.
By whom? Another comedian?
No, I was in Boston. I was 19 years old, and I was working strip clubs telling jokes.
Oh, yeah, sure. Telling jokes.
So, that's what it was. So
Wait. If you're in a strip club, how do you tell jokes in a strip club? Because I
would have to. It's not like now where back in like.
Oh, now you know strip clubs now.
I do know strip clubs now. Back then it was like. It took like 25 minutes. It was all, there were girls would come out, parkers, hats. I mean, it would take an hour. Now they run out naked and they jump on the pole. I mean, it's people's attention.
There's no magic in it anymore.
Magic.
I know.
And I would go on in between. So I had worked this one strip club. So I went across the street to another strip club, and the guy said, "Are you in the union?" I said, "No." He said, "You can't be in you can't work unless you're a union." Oh, was he? Well, go to it was the Brill Building in Boston. So I go over to see this guy, agent, and I walk in the door.
Asian or agent?
Agent.
Oh, agent.
Asian agent.
Yeah.
And he says, what do you do? I said, I'm a comic. He says, how long have you been a comic? I said, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months. Oh, you got to be in union within 60 days. You're in violation. I said, okay. Well, you can join. I said, how much is it to join? He said, $500. I said, $500? I said, I don't have $500. He says, and he said the classic line, how much you got? And I was a kid, and I reached in my pocket, and I had like $160, and he goes, oh, and he just takes it.
Oh, man, you put my finger there, Jay. You know what happened. Yeah, all right.
And he gives me his business card, and he writes Union Man on it, and hands it back to me. He goes, show this to any club owner. And I went, yeah, okay. Now I feel like Coco in Fame, remember?
Yeah.
And I go back to the club, and I'm in the union now. The guy goes, you are? I said, he gave me this. Oh, that Larry, he's a card. We don't need anybody. I just got screwed.
Nah, see, that's well, look at you now, though. You're
I'm getting screwed again.
No, you're not getting screwed. You're not. Well, a little bit. You're on this show. You're getting screwed a little bit. It's all right, though. Do you? I mean, you still do a lot of stand-up days. You go. I mean, you're still in the union. Then do you still go out and? Do you drive your cars? Do you drive your cars to those gigs?
No, I usually fly to the gig because if I have a show on Friday, you can't really drive to Philadelphia for the gig on Saturday. So I will usually fly.
Well, don't you have rocket cars and stuff?
I do have rocket cars.
You do have a rocket car,
I've got a rocket bike. You would love my jet bike.
A jet bike? That right? Oh, yeah. You got a jet bike?
Yeah, I have a bike with a C18 Allison.
I have one motorcycle that I'm now too afraid to ride.
Why are you afraid to ride?
I had an accident.
Everybody has accidents.
Yeah, but this was a bad one. I could have been hurt.
Yeah. See, the great thing about driving a motorcycle is people you don't even know always feel obligated to tell you some horrible story.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'm in the market one day. I got my helmet. The guy, you ride a bike? I said, yeah. My cousin had one of them things. Drove head-on into a threshing machine. Got his face sheared
you mustn't do that.
I said, okay, I'll keep that in mind. So that's what happened. You ride a bike.
Did you see a threshing machine? Like, what did I do here again? Oh, no. Do you have a Starbucks name when you go to Starbucks?
I don't drink hot liquids.
What?
No, I don't like hot coffee. I don't like soup. If it doesn't have ice in it, I don't drink it.
Really?
Yes.
What kind of madness is this? I thought you were a regular guy.
No,
You're clearly a weirdo.
And I don't like coffee. It's annoying.
You don't like coffee?
No, it's horrible.
Wait, where did you learn that? Al-Qaeda? Everybody loves coffee.
Exactly. I don't like hot liquid. No, I can't stand coffee. I don't get it.
Well, you're saying that with some anger,
You know what
there,
it is?
Jay.
I think it was. Do you have a spoon?
Probably.
Do you have a pen? Give me a pen. I'll show you what.
I got a feather.
No, that's not good.
I got some sugar cubes.
No, I need something metal. Give me the harmonica.
Cards, harmonica. Glittery ball.
No, I'll tell you what. Give me that. Bring that over here.
What?
I'll show you what.
What?
This is why I don't like coffee.
Don't hurt this.
No. I don't like coffee because when I was in trouble, my mother always sit.
Wait. You were in trouble?
When I was in trouble as a kid, my mother drank coffee, and she'd sit with the spoon and do this. And I would hear the clanking. Come in here. And that's when I...
Do the scary music. Can I do it again?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I don't like coffee.
All right, let's do the scenario, Jay. Let's do it. Your mother was Scottish, right?
Right.
All right. Let's do the scenario. Do it again, the music.
Okay.
Jay, you're in trouble.
You see what I'm saying? Stop it! Stop it! Stop it, I tell you!
You are not a member of the union.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I don't drink coffee.
That's terrifying, man. That's terrifying. Your mother was Scottish, sir.
My mother was
That explains
Scottish.
why you're a
My mother
comedian.
was-
You know
yeah.
that, right?
Yeah,
we all have the same mom.
It is.
You know, and we all have a Scottish mother. Everybody was...
My mother never got a joke I told.
Yeah.
You know, they don't get it.
No.
You know, I played Carnegie Hall. I invited my parents to come to the show. My mother is stunned that she doesn't understand why I'm there, but I'm at Carnegie Hall. And at that time, I'd done like 40 or 50 Letterman shows in a row. So there are all these kids like college kids that kind of memorize your routine. So I'm on stage, and I see my mother 6 rows back like this, and these half a dozen college kids. I would start a routine, and you know, they would start to repeat it and laugh along. And these kids are laughing. My mother goes, shh. I go, Mom, you don't. Exactly. You don't search in a comedy show. You don't search people in a comedy show.
You can't do that anymore, though. When you do material now, if anyone's seen it, they don't want to see it again. They don't want to see it.
Yeah, it's a different world.
You used to be able to do stuff. It used to be like you were a musician. You go and go, this is a joke that made me famous.
But see, that's why.
No.
That's why I never did comedy albums or those HBO specials, because they run them till people are sick of you. And then people watch it over and over.
As opposed to watching you on TV every night.
But it's different material. It's different material.
Right, okay.
I mean, it's different. See, on the road, you do the same material in a different place every night.
Right.
On TV, you do different material in the same place every night.
You still like me? Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Here, I do the same material in the same place.
Yeah, exactly.
But thanks for applauding that, you bastards. Do you still enjoy it on the road?
I love the road.
Really? Because you still do the Comedy and Magic on Sunday nights?
Yeah, I'm there every Sunday. But, you know, I enjoy it because when you do it, I love doing the TV show, but when you do a TV show, you know, you get those notes. We're having trouble with immature boys between 11 and 14. If you could try to do something to boost that demographic. Oh, you're right. Whereas when you're on the road, you can just do what you want to do.
Yeah. I got to tell you,
yes,
I kind of much do what I want to do here. Now,
yeah, I know we're all alone. So.
Yeah, kind of. They do have a problem with that. Yeah. People are annoyed at your cussing. I'm like, if I can do it. But you work clean, though. You do a clean act, don't you?
You know what it is? I was never dirty enough to be a dirty comic, so I always worked clean. I used to be kind of dirty, and then I would lose a couple of gigs, and I thought, well, why don't I just work clean, and that'll be that. I have nothing against guys who work dirty. It's just more clever.
To work clean?
Well, it is. If you know, I always remember Bob Newhart told me a funny story. Bob Newhart.
Is this clean? Because I'm worried that
it's not clean.
It's not clean?
Bob Newhart told me he went to the Comedy Store to see a guy who was the hottest comic in the 80s. Bob Newhart sits down, and the guy comes on stage, and the guy says, "Hey, buddy, where you from?" "Phoenix." And the comic says,
"Crikey."
"Phoenix." And everybody laughs, and Bob goes, "I don't get it." You know? And then he says, another guy, "Where you from?" "Denver."
"Crikey."
"Denver." Everybody laughs. Bob goes, "I don't get it. I don't get it." So that's where I come from.
You ever been to Phoenix?
Yeah, you know, I have been.
We have to take a break. We'll be right back. I'm here with...
that is the shortest commercial I've ever seen in my life. You know, we do our show in real time. A 2-minute break is a 2-minute break. You go, "We'll be right..." "Hey, we're back!"
Yeah.
There used to be a show.
Well, we're making shows for the TiVo generation.
Yeah.
They're like, and that's the way it really happens.
There used to be a show in Cincinnati called the Bob Braun Show, and they had no commercials. The commercials would be, you'd be doing your act, and I'd say something. He'd go, Jay, you know, that's like Con Wieners. What? You know, Con Wieners, Jay, the wiener the world awaited. What? What are you talking? And he would slip into a commercial in the middle of your conversation. Fantastic.
Wait, he'd just slip a wiener on you just like that? That's unbelievable.
Exactly.
Yeah, I gotta meet this guy.
Yeah, well, he's not around anymore.
All right. Well, then I really don't want to meet this guy, yeah. So listen, your mother was Scottish, your father was Italian.
That's right.
So you're a drunk that enjoys food. Now,
That's right.
have you been over to the old countries, either one of them?
I have. I took my mother back to Scotland, which was an interesting. She hadn't been, you know, my mother came to this country when she was 11 by herself. It was a very sad story. My grandmother had run off with another man. My grandfather had 6 kids to raise. My mother was the youngest, and he couldn't afford to take care of one of the kids. So they put her on a boat and they sent her to America.
Wow.
So she comes here when she's 11 by herself. And so I said, Mom, I'm going to take you back to Scotland. Oh, well, don't you want to go? Oh, well, I can't figure out why she doesn't want to go, you know? Because I know she wants to go.
All right.
So it turns out my father, who was a prize fighter, very loud Italian guy, he took my mother down to get her citizenship papers. And to become a citizen, if you had more than 5 questions wrong, you didn't pass.
Wow.
So my mother got 5 questions wrong, and the 6th question was, what is the U.S. Constitution? And my mother said, it's a boat. And the judge said, well, you fail. My father said, what? It's a boat. It's in Boston Harbor. It's a boat. No,
It is a boat.
So my father argued with the judge. The judge went, oh, fine. Get out. You're sick. Get out. So 60 years go by, and my mother is afraid that the judge has put a note somewhere
Don't let her back in.
So I take her down to get her passport, and she's shaking like this. And finally I go, Ma, what's the matter? Well, I'm afraid that... And she tells me this story. And I go, I think you're fine, Ma.
Yeah, oh dear. So what part of Scotland were they from?
A Greenock.
Oh my Lord. Yeah, that's the shipyards.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, my mother, it was a tough neighbor. You know, I took my mother back, and I'm walking up and down Captain's Road. That's the street she lived on.
Yeah.
And that had all been bombed during the war, and it's raining. My mother's...
Yeah, it's Scotland.
Yeah, my mother's going, I know the how, no, and here, and here.
Your mother talks exactly like my mother used to talk.
And my mother has a very odd sense of humor. I see my father's getting fed up, so I grabbed my mother by the collar and said, the money, where's the money, you crazy old woman, and you're buried. Well, my mother falls down in the street and rolls down the hill. She's laughing so hard. Now she's rolling, and my father and I are chasing her, laughing down the street. But that's
it's nice. Have you been back to Italy? You like Italy?
I have been back to Italy, but no, I haven't been back in a long time.
I love Italy. Whenever I go to Italy, I think, why don't I live here?
Yeah. I was thinking...
I speak the language, you know. I talk like this.
You talk like
that's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. So what you doing this week then? Doing more shows?
I'm in Philadelphia this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there you go.
The show's going to be all right?
Are you on the road this weekend?
Nah. I got kids, man. I'm home. I can't.
That's why you go on the road, because you have kids. Exactly.
That's why I go on the road as well. Yeah.
Then when you go on the road, you find they have more kids. That's the bad part. That's not making the right noise. You need a...
I know the noise.
You know, we should have gotten a spoon during commercial.
No, I got a knife. I got a knife.
Oh, a knife? Yeah, that'll do it. That's it! Yes!
See you later, everybody.
No, but you gotta do it.
My first guest tonight is a terrific stand-up comedian, long-time host of The Tonight Show. Take a look at this. Everybody, You don't need them.
Don't need them.
You don't need them.
Don't need notes.
Now listen. Now listen to me, Jay. Have you been on a late night talk show before, son? Do you know the rules?
I have, but I know the rules, and so far you haven't followed one of them.
Oh, come on. I do my thing. I got my, you know, I don't have a band, but I got my robot, I got my horse. Yeah. No, it's all right. I'm doing things. How are you? Are you good?
You tell a few jokes. You're trying to make a living.
No, man, you're doing all right. What, you like a billionaire now?
Yeah, billion. Yeah, exactly. yeah, in pesos. Yeah.
Have you got? I was going to ask you.
Yes.
Have you got an electric car yet? You have to have an electric car.
I do have an electric car.
Do you really?
I have a 1909 Baker electric car. It goes 80 miles on a charge.
They had electric cars in 1909?
Yeah, they had.
Well, you did that thing there. You did that. Oh, he's stupid and he's from another country. You did it right there.
No. I said to myself, he's from another country and he's stupid. And you turned it around.
Right. Well, yeah. I turned it. Yeah. That's what I do. I deconstruct the genre.
Exactly.
What's going on in late night television? Anything going on?
The
with
wars?
Oh yeah. How are things?
The living hell. You're out here in the trenches. You don't see anything. You're way out.
The hell of getting paid.
Come down where I am, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I've been to the Tonight Show. You have a great setup there. You guys are covered in goose grease and going at it every night.
That's what it is. You mentioned prison before. You were talking.
Three prisons.
Have you ever done shows in prison? You ever done prison shows?
I've done prison time.
Yeah, I know that.
I've never done a show in a prison.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
You've done a show in a prison?
Yes.
Well, you did it for what? For favors from your cellmate? What?
I did a number. I used to do shows for the state, and it's fascinating because as a comic, you have a sense of, like you'll say to an audience, you ever go out with a girl, you see a girl you like, and you want to go up to her, why'd you just screw her? You know, you realize you're talking to a prisoner. And you know, there's no sense of
I was thinking that when you started there.
So you can't. I did a prison show once. They bring the audience in. Huge guy comes in with a little guy who looks like David Spade.
It probably was David Spade if it was a prison. Yeah.
He's in his underpants with a choke chain.
Definitely David Spade.
The guy sits him down on the floor in the front. And every time I tell a joke, he'd go, laugh! And he kicked the guy in the head. That's a rough crowd.
Yeah, it's a very rough crowd. I'm suddenly feeling very pampered where I am.
I used to do, in Boston, I used to do old people's birthday parties for the state.
Well, why are you doing this stuff for the state? Were you in trouble?
Because they paid $10. It was $10 a show.
Well, so that's about the same as NBC?
Yeah, exactly. And I would go out to these things, and they would go, Bessie, we have a comedian. Do you like comedians, Bessie? And you would just stand there and do your act. And
that's what I do here every night, man. That's
why I figured this crowd.
Are you going to go back? Are you going to tour all the time when you get done with the Tonight Show? Are you going to go back out?
I tour all the time now.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, are you going to do extra more touring? Like
extra more touring?
Extra more touring.
It's from another country.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm going to do gooder and do more.
The same country as your mother, Jay Leno.
Right.
Don't forget it.
Yeah, she was my mother. That's correct.
Right. So what, you going back out on the road or what? You going to make more TV? What's going to go on?
I'll be back on the road. I'll do more road stuff. I like the road. Because when you're a comic, you know if it's working. In TV, you don't know what's working. You get pieces of paper with numbers on it.
No, wait, you do know if it's working. If you do it for 20 years and you're the #1 show, then that probably means it's working.
I'll mention that to my boss.
Yeah.
See, you can be 64 and swim 110 miles. You can't be 64 and host a late night show.
No, you cannot, sir. Yeah. Do you like swimming? Maybe you could go swimming with a cage.
I'm not a big swimmer. See, I agree with you. It seems like it would be harder with a cage.
You hold a cage.
Clang,
yeah. No, it's much harder with a cage.
Yeah.
Are you going to work bluer now? No, you don't have to do it tonight. So you could like really start cussing and go crazy.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
No, I never worked blue. It always seemed too easy. It always seemed too easy to me. Yeah.
Wait a minute. What about Pryor? Pryor worked blue all the time. He was one of the greatest.
I used to, when I came to town, I went to the Comedy Store, and I said, can I follow Richard Pryor every night? Because when Pryor was working out, and Pryor would blow the room out. I mean, the funniest person I have ever seen. And I grew because a lot of people didn't like to follow Pryor because the crowd would be exhausted. But you really found out if something was funny. Most comics are inherently lazy. So what happens? So you don't.
He's telling the truth.
That's right. You seek the lowest common denominator audience.
Absolutely.
But when I would follow Pryor, boo, and I would have to work, and I found out I just got rid of everything that didn't kill. And you'd take a half hour, you'd have maybe 8 minutes of really funny, and you realize how much filler you had. So it was a good experience.
Filler is what I see. I think you should get filler and just do as much of that as you can.
Yeah, but there's so much. You can't eat hamburger helper without the hamburger.
No,
That's the trouble.
No, man. You can if you're high enough.
That's right. You know, I never thought of it that way.
Yes, that's right.
That's right. That's right.
So, what about the cars then? Are you going to, like, when you drive around doing the tour, you could get a different car in every town? How many cars you got now? Like 100?
You sound like my wife. There's a few cars. Yeah, there's a couple of cars.
Do I really sound like your wife?
You do.
A little bit? Well,
She doesn't really know how many cars. You remember this one, honey? It used to be blue. You know, so... But see, I have...
Does she know your cars? Like, do you let Mavis go in and go near your cars, or is like, get out?
No, she knows she go near my cars, but it's easier because I have one girl and a bunch of cars. Most guys have one car and a bunch of girls, and this is way cheaper.
Wait a minute.
This is way cheaper.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Most guys have one car and a bunch of girls?
Yeah,
no, man.
In Hollywood, no?
No, in Hollywood, most guys have one car and a bunch of guys.
Right.
Yeah.
I wasn't playing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So that's it. What else is going on now? Are you happy
What
with
else
this
is going on? What kind of talk show question is that?
Well, all right, here's what.
Hey, what else is going on? I'll go to sleep. What else is going on? Legally, that is not a question.
Hey,
do you agree? Is that not a question?
Wait
Thank you.
Wait a minute.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. Before you start playing to the lowest common denominator.
This is Robert's Rules of Comedy.
Don't you come here and start giving me tips on interviewing people. That's not how we're doing.
All right.
And see what I did?
All right. Go ahead. So what else is going on?
So what else is going on?
What do you want to talk about?
Are you going to do?
Show.
I want to talk to you about life after the Tonight Show, man. What's going to happen? What are you going to do?
I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get there.
No, I can't accept that. You have to tell me more. You have to have a plan. You have to have a plot, some revenge. You have to have. You have to, yeah.
You have some revenge?
Yeah, revenge. Yeah, I want you to get hold of those guys at NBC and one by one just start ripping them off.
Well, I am on my 14th president, so that's pretty good.
Really? Did you meet them all? Did they all do the show?
I mean, we all, you know, it was like, Jay, this is Bob, the new, hey, how you doing? This is Larry, the new, hey, how you doing?
Larry, President Larry? I don't remember him.
I don't remember Larry. Very brief interim president, yeah.
Who was your favorite then? Who was your favorite president?
Oh, probably Warren Littlefield. I like Warren.
Warren Littlefield of NBC?
I like Warren. He would come up with interesting ideas. One day he said, how about a beach theme? We cover the Tonight Show set with sand, and you do the show in bathing suits. I'll take it under advisement. Yeah, but we never really did that.
Warren Littlefield.
But I love Warren.
Warren Littlefield, I tried to do some work with Warren once, and we couldn't get it off the ground.
He told me once. He met you and then quit the business.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. He said, that's it, I'm out.
He had an idea for a show. It was a talk show set on a beach.
Yeah, with sand.
It was sand. He was shopping this crap around for years.
Right.
No, you got to do something. You got to do a show. Do a reality show. You and Mavis in the cars.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun, a reality show. I don't like reality shows. There aren't shows. There's nobody writing it. There's just a camera following people around. That's not a TV show.
We have to take a break.
We're taking a break?
Well, sort of. I'm here with Jay Leno. During the break, we were talking about Monaco, which he loves, and I was going to say, you should come. We're planning a big Monaco Independence Day show here.
I went to, you know, King Rainier invited me to Monaco.
King Rainier?
Yeah, I mean Prince Rainier.
Yeah.
So I go over there, and I check in the hotel, and I go,
Did you go like this? I want the room with the tickle finger?
No, that was in Stuttgart, and I said, where can I change some money? Oh, here, the king gave you this credit card. I go, what is this? Just use it anywhere in the principality. Really? So I go places and give me a steak and this and that. And everything was free. It was fantastic.
The special king credit card?
Yeah, but I'll tell you how much control this guy has. He had a tennis tournament, so he invites me to his tennis tournament. He's playing celebrities.
Do you play tennis?
No, not really. But anyway...
You said it like you probably do a little bit.
He beats all the celebrities and wins the tournament, and they bring the cup down, and it's already engraved to him. It's fantastic.
Nice to be the king, isn't it?
It is fantastic. It was great. Yeah. And then my wife and I go out for a walk about midnight. I can't sleep, so walking around.
Do you do that? Do you do that in L.A.? Do you ever go out for walks in L.A.? You can't sleep?
Not even in the daytime.
All right.
Yeah, okay. And I find a wallet on the ground.
What?
Yeah, in Monaco.
You're the luckiest guy.
I can open it up.
man.
I open it up. And it's like Franco Barali or something like this. So I go, I wonder whose wallet this is.
Franco Barali.
Yeah, so I start yelling, Franco! Franco! My wife's going, stop yelling. Franco! And now it's like a joke. We're just, throughout the whole walk, Franco! Hey, Franco! And then a guy runs out of me, I'm Franco. I said, did you lose the wallet? Yes! Yes, I've been looking for it. I said, thank you here very much. And it worked out.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's freaky.
Yeah, very freaky.
You should do that in LA. Walk around with a wallet and say, is this anyone's wallet?
Yeah. And I'll do it just like that.
Yeah, do it like that as well. Is this anyone's wallet?
Yeah, just like that.
It's good to see you, pal.
Good to see you, my friend. You have a young comic coming on.
Yeah,
your debut.
Yeah. You still watch the young comics?
I do watch the young
I like
comics.
to watch them and steal their material.
Yeah, I know that. I know that. Well, luckily, obviously, you didn't steal any tonight. But it's good that you're going to bring her out. Let's bring her out here. Let's get her out here.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. My first and only guest tonight is a terrific stand-up comedian. He is the longtime host of, what was the name of that show?
The Tonight Show?
The Tonight Show,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. It is, of course, American treasure, Jay Leno, everybody!
Good to see you.
And you!
I will never see these people again.
No, you won't. No. Neither will I. Good to see you.
Two guys out of a job.
Two guys, just two guys with nothing to do.
They may take our talk shows. They will never take our freedom. There you go.
Well, I don't know how much freedom have you got. I can't even say in this show. But did you ever cuss on the Tonight Show? Crikey.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I don't. No, you can't. No,
You can't cuss on the Tonight Show. That'd be like cussing in church, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, I've done that. Yeah.
Well, I've cussed in church too. How are you, pal? You look like, have you grown sideburns? You look very poetic.
No, like poetic? No,
Yeah.
It's the same haircut I've had since '93.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a little fuzzy. It looks like you've been maybe.
Well, how
playing-
about you? You've got kind of a Chris Isaac thing going there.
No. I'm going more. I keep saying it to you, and it cuts my hair. More mohawk, less Anchorman. More mohawk, less Anchorman.
But it is more mohawk.
Yeah, it's getting mohawk. You should try it.
Yeah. Well, I don't play that many in the casino, so yeah. But I know you do. I know you do.
What do you say that?
Yeah. You got the mohawk.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. Do you? I do. Are you still out doing a lot of stand-up?
I do that. And you know, the casinos, the Indian casinos, are hilarious because you do the ones in the around Arizona, they're legit.
Yeah.
You get upstate New York, and the tribal elders come back. You know, yeah, we're the Gambino tribe. How are you? Nice to see you. Chief Tony, Chief Anthony. You know, it's not.
Whenever I play an Indian casino, I always do this. I'm very excited to be here. It's very sad though. Before the white man came, this was casinos as far as the eye could see. I can't do that joke again. No. But that's it. You still enjoy the stand-up? Because I'm going back to it now.
I like stand-up. I like it better than anything because you don't get notes.
Yes,
You know,
that's true.
You know, when you work in there, you get things like, we're not doing well with immature boys between 11 and 14. Have you got any kind of stuff involving silly string? No, I don't. Those are the kind of notes you
Yeah, no, I remember. I get all that kind of, hey, can you stop cussing? I'm like, no. It's kind of genetic. I can't. I've tried.
It's genetics.
It's genetic. Yeah. Your mother was Scottish, wasn't she?
My mother was Scottish. A fine Scottish woman. That's
why you're a comedian, you know.
Yeah. It is why I'm a comedian.
Yeah, it is. My mother was Scottish too.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to talk your way out of it.
Yeah. My mother always said, whatever you do,
never make yourself the center of attention. That's the worst thing that could happen. And that worked out. See, that worked out tremendously.
Yeah. Well, actually, I followed that advice pretty well.
Yeah.
12:30 in CBS is not the center of attention.
That's right. So the wise move.
It's very smart. I remember though, when I was thinking about quitting, you and Larry King were the only two guys that called me up and said, "Now don't be stupid, don't quit."
Right.
And I was like, "Okay, I won't." And I said that to you, and I said it to Larry King, and then I came on and I quit that very night.
Well, that's.
But
So you take direction well as well.
Well, I take notes as well as you take notes. I can't do it. I feel like I'm done anyway. I feel like it's time. Yeah, I want to go back.
I felt that way near the end too.
Yeah.
You know, when you're 40 and you're talking to the 25-year-old supermodel, it's sexy. When you're 64, you're the creepy old guy.
Yeah.
You know, so you like Jay-Z? Well, yeah, okay.
I don't. No, it's when girls were here and they're very attractive and I'm talking to them and I'm thinking, my wife's gonna see this.
Or your kid's going to see. You know how you're getting old? When I started the Tonight Show, I'm a big fan. And then after 10 years, my mom's a big fan.
Yeah.
And then near the end, my grandma
loves you. Yeah.
So you just sort of...
You're the only bright spot in her otherwise terrible day. Yeah. No,
and as you get older, you realize you're not losing your memory. It's just you're so old, people don't know what you're talking about anymore. I tell you a true story. I did a college in Long Island. And these three girls... young women, sorry. They're 19 years old. They come back to interview me for the school newspaper.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the girl interviewing me...
Look what I did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The girl interviewing me is named Gabriella, and she has two friends. One is a photographer, and one is holding the light. Okay, so we do the interview. At the end of the interview, she says, "Can I have a picture?" And I said, "Sure." So I stand up, I put my arm around, and I say to the photographer, "Get me with Lois Lane here." And they go, "Mr. Leno, my name's not Lois, it's Gabriella." And I said, "I know you, Gabrielle." She goes, "Well, you called me Lois."
Yeah.
So I go, "No, I'm not a crazy old guy. I didn't forget your name." I said, "You know, Lois Lane?" "What? Lois Lane?" No idea what I'm talking about.
Well, that doesn't make you old. It makes her
that makes
stupid.
you old also.
No, it does. Lois Lane's in Superman. Superman had the whole time. It's like It's like Superman. There's always another one coming. It's like the Tonight Show. One Superman, then another Superman, then another Superman.
Yeah, and really, what's hotter than Superman right now, right, kids?
Well, is Superman not all right now? Sure it is.
I rest my case.
Well, maybe it's time for me to quit.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You just have these points of reference that mean nothing to
Well, but can we go and do retirement things? Like, you know, have really extra strong mints and go to drugstores.
You know,
I want to go to a lot of drugstores.
When I started out, I used to get $10 a show to do old people's birthday parties for the state of Massachusetts. And you go to these awful retirement, and I remember there was a woman, it was her birthday, and I was ready to go on, and they said, "Bessie, do you like comedians? Bessie!" And she was just like this. And I'm doing my show. It was like a nightmare. And I said, that's what it's like.
I tell you what I did do. You know how we were always going to go out for a steak and we never did it? I became a vegetarian, man. You're too late.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, what made you become a vegetarian?
I saw this documentary and I'm a very suggestible, vulnerable person, so I went, okay, I'll do that.
You know, vegetables are great if you deep fry them and then in a bacon batter. Then it's... Then I think it's okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
How about that car I got you?
Yes, thank you very much. I haven't fixed it up yet. He bought me what he thought was a piece of junk as a joke, but it was actually a '67 Ford Bronco, which I'm putting a Ford Coyote motor in, so it'll be very happy.
Yeah, no. Here's the story. That car actually I got from Danny Bonaducci's ex-wife when she was still married to Danny Bonaducci, and that car, the carpets in that car, if you chop it up and sold it in lines, it would have a street value of about $35,000. Because that was when Danny was off the reservation a little bit. Yeah, so it's and also so you might want to look at that. And also it's a clunker, man. It's like it's been in an accident. You can't ride around in that car.
I will fix it. I will come and pick you up. Well, you're going to Scotland now, aren't you?
Well, not forever.
No. But you have a castle? That's hilarious.
Yeah. I have a castle in Scotland, and I have all these people with the same name as me work for me. What are you talking about?
That's what I heard. Do
you have a castle?
I don't have a castle.
Well, what do you have then? You must have a bit of money now.
I put away some.
Yeah, did you? That's good.
No, so it's okay, actually. But see, I like this part. I like traveling around. It's fun being a comedian again instead of a talk show host. You don't deal with publicists, which is a fact.
Yeah, that's hard.
That's hard.
Yeah, I mean, my own publicist is awesome, but everyone else...
it used to be, in the old days of Johnny and the Tonight Show, guests would come on drunk or smoke cigarettes or just say or do inappropriate things.
Right.
But now everybody has a publicist, someone who watches every...
Stops them doing it, yeah.
I remember one time we had... there was this famous Olympic ice skater, like from 20 years ago. And she hadn't done anything in 10 years.
Lois Lane? Was it Lois Lane?
No, it wasn't Lois Lane. And she was naked in Playboy. So Playboy calls us, hey, how about putting her on as a guest? All right, America's sweetheart, an ice skater. All right, now she's naked in Playboy. Let's find out what that's about. Okay, fine. So I invited her to the show. And you know, man, I go in the dressing room and all.
Yep.
So I go in the dressing room and talking to her a little bit. And the publicist goes, Mr. Leno, come here, please. We are not discussing Playboy. We are not going to mention Playboy. And you talk if I swear in the Tonight Show. I said, yeah, take your client and go home.
Yeah, that's good. Because, I mean, if the only things you're there to talk about is Playboy, then you know, it kind of paints you into a corner. Did you ever get tired? Did you ever kind of glass over when they were talking sometimes?
Huh?
Yeah. No,
I'm sorry.
It wasn't.
Yes.
It wasn't really the people that were on the show, though, because it was me. I'm
no,
like,
no, it was the people on the show. The classic example is I had one of these reality stars on, Trista, from one of these bachelor.
That's one of those biscuit things, isn't it?
No, whatever. So I'm sitting there, and she's like here, and I'm talking to her like this, and I'm looking at the side of her head, because they tend to look at. So we're talking about, I couldn't be less interested. I'd never seen the stupid reality show. Do you know what it was? Okay. So I said, well, thank you, and good talking to you. Nice to see you. Great. All right, well, good night, everybody. She okay, good. I go out in the parking lot. There's this woman standing next to with her boyfriend. She goes, hey, can I have a picture? I said, sure. How you doing? She goes, good. Says, what's your name? She goes, what? What's your name? Trista. What? Oh, hey! Hey, good to see you! Good to see you!
Yeah! Jay Leno, we'll be right back. We'll be right back with Jay Leno. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. I'm here with Jay Leno, but unfortunately, Jay, we're out of time.
We're out of time.
We are out of time.
That's the only show that has a cut man. They come out and they fix it.
Yeah. Jay was, and Lisa came out and fixed you up.
Yeah.
You look great. I hardly recognized you.
Yeah, I do look great. Yeah.
Hey, we're out of time though, and when I say we, I mean we are out of time. Not just you.
Yeah.
I gotta get out of here.
Oh, and you're going to Scotland like in 10 minutes, right?
Yep. I'm going to. I'll be in Scotland actually as you're watching this right now.
And Scotland is the heart attack capital of Europe, isn't it?
Well, that's one of its many.
You see 28-year-old guys.
Tourists.
They just fall down. When you go to Scotland, you order a slice of pizza. They put it in a deep fryer.
Not always.
Not always.
No, and there's vegetarians in Scotland when I'm there. You know, they say sometimes when I go back, they go, oh, hello, Craig, what are you not eating now? So they'll be saying that. But I got to go. Listen, I'm so glad you agreed to be my guest on this show. I have admired you, and you've been a good friend to me for a long time.
You've been a good friend to me. You always were fair. You know, you didn't join the late-night talk show little snippy club, and I enjoyed that. Yeah, I enjoyed that. So, and we've always been friends. And we both have Scotch mothers.
Yeah, so we started a little kind of support group.
Yeah.
Jay Leno, everybody. We'll be right back.
Now, let me ask you, when it's a lap dance, does the guy rub his back or his front against you when they do
No, so
that?
I'm sitting here and he's on top of me. Legs akimbo.
Facing you?
Face to face, me and Ramon.
Craig,
yeah.
demonstrate.
doesn't work out. Hollywood men are.
Remember me now?
Yeah.
Now, are they in costume? Are they like Indian chiefs?